Don't ask me what it is. Don't ask me what it is.
Marcus is a connoisseur of anything that's free, so he was happy to read the disclaimer.
We're getting a look here at Zach Carlisle. Zach is another quarterfinalist here at the Jitsu Invitational, and he's part of Team Dark Horse MMA in Dexter, Missouri.
I'm here with Zach Carlisle, and Zach, this is Jitsu stuff. It's kind of brutal. What kind of prepared you for this?
Well, I have 4 older brothers and an older sister, and let's say it gets cramped in a car, so you have to fight for every spot available.
Nice. Okay, he has some experience. So what about actual? You play a lot of sports. It looks like you're pretty athletic.
Yeah, I played football, baseball growing up, but didn't get into combat sports till a little bit later.
Okay. Any wrestling?
No, but I got a brother. He was pretty good at wrestling, as well as a cousin who's a Division II national contender at heavyweight. Who helped train me.
Okay, so you didn't have wrestling in your school. You told me earlier, right?
Right.
But you had a little unorthodox training by these big, heavyweight champ. Okay. Yeah. Well, awesome. So you're pretty prepared. You feel
I'd like to think so.
Okay. And any kids?
Yeah, I got 3 kids. One's 3, 4, and a 5-year-old.
Wait a minute. How?
Well, 2 of them aren't biologically mine, but
okay. Okay, so 3, 4, and 5, that's a handful.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, that's going to keep you on your toes, too. What do you do for work?
Working at an aluminum plant. Basically, we make the aluminum from raw product.
Do you, make aluminum foil?
No, we send it to people who make the retail products.
Okay, so all kinds of things, anything aluminum. Right on.
This car right here.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're qualified all kinds of ways. Oh, yeah. All right, good luck, man.
Appreciate it.
Okay, take care.
His opponent is Q Davidson. Davidson is a 9-2 mixed martial artist and a jiu-jitsu practitioner, and this is his second competition at Jitsu.
All right, I'm here with Q Davidson. This is your second time around, right? Mm-hmm. The first time was pretty good for you, but didn't start out too good, did it?
No, there was a couple of trials, but it was a good time. It was a great learning experience, and super excited for the next one coming up here.
So, I could see you were learning in the match, you know? So do you feel like you got something from that?
Absolutely. Being in the car was so much different than I expected it to be. Just the speed and the maneuverability that you had in there was a lot different than I thought. So that was a great shot.
For the white dude.
Okay.
But turned out that I ended up winning that fight. If you've seen it, that's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate the support.
Yes, it's a great fight.
If not, watch it after this one.
Absolutely. And you kind of have an unfair advantage. You kind of let that slip last time when you were walking away. You said that you actually work inside cars like on a daily basis. Right?
Yeah. I don't know if anybody caught that, but I detail cars.
So you're very familiar with the seat belts and the console and the steering wheel and all that.
Yeah.
So you're going to use any of those things to gain an advantage over your opponent, you think?
Absolutely.
Okay, but you probably can't say specifically what it is.
No, I can't reveal all my secrets. I apologize.
Okay. All right, man. Well, good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Q Davidson. Quite a night. We've got one more match. We've got Q Davidson, Zach Carlisle. We're ready to go. Let's do the coin toss. Q, I'm going to let you call in the air.
Heads.
It is heads. So you get your choice?
I'll take the driver or the passenger seat.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead and get in there and check it out.
Okay.
And Zach, so you've got to see a lot of fights leading up to this. Any surprises? Anything that you didn't expect would happen here?
It definitely seems like they're getting their heads banged a lot more than inside the cage.
Yes. Yeah, well, you're not on a soft mat, right? There's a lot of objects to hit your head on. Does that concern you? You okay still?
No, I've been hitting the head plenty of times.
Okay, right on, man. Okay, I never would have guessed. But, okay, good luck. Go ahead and check out the car. See what you can find an advantage for it.
Appreciate it.
All right, Q. All right, brother. You probably didn't see anything new in there. You've been in there before, right?
Yeah, it's the same car last time I left it.
Are you feeling a little more confident though this time?
I feel more prepared.
Yeah.
There's always a feeling of nervousness that comes along with competing, and it's one of the things that keeps me halfway in, halfway out.
Right.
But it's great.
Which is what you like, right?
Yeah, I
like
really enjoy the nervousness feelings. You know,
Sure.
I'm glad that they haven't left after my first few fights.
Yeah. Well, and there's so many variables, right, in this situation that you're automatically going to have that unsure feeling.
Yeah. Right from the get-go, you're in scramble mode pretty much the whole time. There's so many places to base off of and move your position and tools to use. So
All right.
it's a lot of fun.
Well, let's stop talking and start grappling.
Here we go.
All right. Good luck.
Let's take a look at the rules of car jitsu. The competitors begin seated with safety belts fastened. When the match starts, they unbuckle and engage, using any part of the vehicle to their advantage. Points may be awarded during the match, but have no bearing on the outcome. It takes a submission to win the round at Car
New
Jitsu
sex
Championship.
positions. Hey.
If the bout is even after 2 rounds, we go to a 3rd round and possibly sudden death to decide a winner.
Buckle up. Hajime.
And we're off. This quarterfinal matchup is underway,
get him,
and it
get
looks
his
like
ass.
Q Davidson quickly
Scrub the
grabs
fuck
the
out of him.
shoulder strap. He's passing it under the body of Carlisle. Okay, now he's abandoned it, and now he's working on the left arm of Carlisle. Carlisle's battling for position here. He's got somewhat of a wrestling background. Davidson, of course, a mixed martial artist and a jiu-jitsu practitioner, looks to be taking the back here and setting up a rear naked choke. And this is a bad situation for Zach Carlisle.
Oh, God.
As you can see, the choke is in, and now Carlisle is in trouble.
Already.
He may go out here. That choke is tight, and Davidson is now forcing Carlisle into the back seat. And it's about to, and Carlisle, his head is now shoved into the back floorboard, and he is in a bad position. And there's your tap. The winner of round 1 by submission, Q Davidson. Wow. And of course, at Car Jitsu Championship, there is no break between rounds.
Start round 2.
Only long enough to switch positions and buckle up. And here we go, round 2. And here we go. Carlisle doesn't fall for it this time. He fails to get out of his seatbelt, but he did reach over and delay the exit of Davidson. And now Davidson is all over Carlisle. He's in a bad spot here. He's got a seatbelt across his carotid. He's got Davidson on top of him. This is a tough situation for Zach Carlisle. Holy smokes. Carlisle's doing a decent job of defending the seatbelt, but his positioning is horrible. Davidson's got a post in the back seat, and now he's looking to take the back again. Wow. Carlisle absolutely swarmed by Q Davidson in the front seat. Davidson looks to be working on that left arm. Front headlock not working out so well. You can hear the breathing of the competitors here. This is a vicious, vicious battle. Inside the car, it's getting to the point almost 83 degrees. And there's not much room to
Boys
move.
are sweaty.
Almost halfway through round 2. Carlisle's in a bad position here. At Car Jitsu Championship, there are 2 rounds. If you win them both, it ends the match. So Carlisle must get a submission in the next 90 seconds, or there will be no 3rd round. Zach Carlisle fighting for the leg of Quentin Davidson, hoping to put him on his back, but unfortunately he's got his neck locked up. Carlisle changes his mind there. Davidson with heavy, heavy pressure. Carlisle coming forward, but there's nowhere to go. They may end up in the back seat. Wow. Holy smokes. And now Davidson's got the right arm of Zach
he's locked
Carlisle.
in.
He's leaning outside of the car. Carlisle is in trouble, but there isn't a lot of room to position here. Holy smokes. Davidson's got a great position on Carlisle. If either of these competitors touches the ground outside of the vehicle, the match will restart. But at this point, Davidson is controlling the posture. Oh, my gosh. The officials are taking a real good look here. Zach's moving to the back, and Davidson retreats. What a crazy position here. There's 20 seconds left.
He fucked up.
Zach Carlisle needs a choke. If Zach can finish the fight, we'll go to the third round.
He's on the ground.
Just inches. Yep. Oh, we've got to reset here.
Reset.
11 seconds left on the clock. Zach Carlisle will need to pull off a miracle here to get to the third round. Otherwise, Q Davidson will win this match hands down.
Good stuff.
Again, Zach Carlisle's head hit the floor, and that restarts the match. So as soon as he's buckled, there will be 11 seconds of action, and I have a feeling that may not be enough for Zach Carlisle to take the win.
Couldn't get my seatbelt off earlier. I had that problem last time.
And here we go.
Hajime.
10 seconds remaining in the match. Carlisle in desperation grabs the seatbelt. Davidson does the same. Davidson actually looking for a choke here. 2 seconds on the clock. And that's going to be the end of the match. Winner, Q Davidson.
Oh, you want? All right, this championship. 8 months ago? The fuck are y'all doing?
This is Jason Ortega. He goes by the fight name Achilles. And let me tell you, this guy is a...
I think Bubba's in the same boat. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Good luck, bro.
Let's take a look at the rules of car jitsu. The competitors begin seated with safety belts fastened. When the match starts, they unbuckle and engage, using any part of the vehicle to their advantage. Points may be awarded during the match, but have no bearing on the outcome. It takes a submission to win the round at Car Jitsu Championship. If the bout is even after 2 rounds, we go to a third round and possibly sudden death to decide a winner.
You buckled?
All right, who we going for? He's got a like fresh cut, so you know. I don't know. He look like he know what he doing though. Red shirt. Red shirt.
Okay, Hajime.
And we're off. Looks like Achilles gets the jump on Melvin. Gets out of the seatbelt first, but Melvin somehow is applying enough pressure to keep Achilles in the driver's seat. Wrist control by Bolito. Already you can see Achilles is grabbing the shirt of Melvin Bolito, and that is prohibited here at Car Jitsu Championship. It is allowed to grab the gi pants, but the rash guard is off limits, so that's probably going to be something that the officials will pay some close attention to. Bolito using the outside of the driver's side door to apply top pressure. All Bolito needs to do is slide his right knee over into mount. That will be 4 points on the leaderboard. Okay, now you can already hear the car starting to break apart here.
Ooh. Is that a
Yeah,
window?
it sounds like the headrest is about to give.
Oh, that's a headrest.
A lot of top pressure from Melvin Bolito. He almost accidentally opened up the driver's side door. That could have been bad. Of course, here at Car Jitsu Championship, there are mats directly outside of the car, just in case. But at this point, it does look like Bolito is being prohibited from achieving mount by the steering wheel. If he can pass the steering wheel into mount, he will have 4 points. Typically at Car Jitsu Championship, you have to win the round and the fight by submission. But this is a white belt match, I will remind you. And if we do go 3 rounds, one of these two gentlemen can win by points. Now, there you see again, Achilles is grabbing the shirt of Bolito. In fact, I think I just saw Bolito tell him to stop. Kind of a stalemate here. Achilles is exhausting himself, keeping Bolito off of him. Bolito is exhausting himself, applying top pressure. Not a single attempt yet. No submission attempts. We haven't seen any points scored. We've got about a minute left in the first round, and so far, just kind of a wet turd. Trying to make some space here to slide a knee through his Achilles.
What did he just say?
Bolito's doing the opposite. Starting to get hot inside the car. And referee Kyron Bowen scolds Achilles about grabbing the shirt. Now, if I were Achilles, I would reach behind the... Oh, no, Achilles is about to bust through the driver's side window. Oh, and again... Melvin got savage there for a few seconds and then remembered he hadn't scored any points yet. Okay, here we go. He's got wrist control. He's got 14 seconds to win this round. Otherwise, we're going to go to the second round, change seats, and begin again. And it looks like there's about 5 seconds here. And I think this round, again, no winner.
It's time to make money moves. Switch to Shopify and get up to $5,000.
Yeah, he brought the front windshield.
We are back in the car. We've switched seats here for round 2. And we're just waiting for the command of our host, Dallin Getling, and we'll get started. Okay, Bolito gets the jump on Achilles. Almost immediately steps into mount. Achilles is defending mount. Bolito using the outside of the car again for leverage. And now he's got the seatbelt. Okay, Bolito is trying to apply a seatbelt choke. Not a lot of technique here, but that seatbelt choke is effective if you can get it. Very difficult to defend, but Achilles has the right idea. Barreling forward, trying to put Bolito on his back. Now Bolito's got his wrist caught inside the seatbelt. And now we've got a nice little power struggle here. Each guy with a bro hug. Very hot inside the car at this point. Bolito's going to stick his head out, get some fresh air again. And at this point, these guys are both holding on for dear life. Again, this is a white belt matchup. It's the first appearance at Car Jitsu for each competitor. This is a 3-round scheduled match, and unlike in most cases, this match can be won by points at the end of the 3rd round. Right now, there's no clear winner. Achilles is trying to press Bolito through the seats into the back seat. Achilles just has the back of his head smashed against the sunroof, and Bolito said, "I'm sorry."
4 points, white.
Okay, it looks like Achilles has gained mount. He's
That
got
boy
4
riding that
points
shit,
now. That
boy.
means he's officially winning round 2. Bolito is in a bad situation here. He's sort of balanced across the center of the console here. It can be comfortable, but also it looks like Achilles may be taking his back here. Achilles with some dirty stuff here. Oh, Bolito sucks on Achilles' index finger for just a second there. I don't know if you saw that, but that was for the kids. All right, now Achilles is in some sort of an inverted side control mount situation here in the passenger seat. They're having words. Bolito is telling him to stop grabbing the shirt. Oh, and then he smashes Achilles' face into the side of the passenger door. Achilles is taking an accidental beating here. Bolito's got his left foot up on the steering column, looking for just as much leverage as he can get. He needs to get out from under Achilles. Achilles is well on his way to winning this round and possibly the match with these 4 points. Okay, Bolito's making some space here. He's only got 20 seconds to work. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull that off from this position, but if he can get some sort of momentum going here, maybe a submission could win the match. 10 seconds. And he gives us a thumbs up to remind us that he has yet to score any points. That's the end of round 2.
Time.
And we've made it to round 3. We're in the back seat. And we're off. Here we go. Achilles applying pressure right away. Bolito's going to put his right foot on the hip of Achilles, try to make some distance here so he can get off of his butt. And, of course, Achilles is going to try to pass that leg. And it looks like now there's going to be a little bit of an attempt here by Bolito. Unsuccessful. Ortega still needs to pass. He's having a hard time with the right leg of Bolito. Bolito's having a hard time keeping Ortega out of his lap. We've got 3.5 minutes left in round 3. Achilles is ahead 4 points to naught. And Bolito is absolutely exhausted. It's hard to gauge how hot it is inside the car. Look at the back windshield. It's completely fogged up. Such a confined space. It's absolutely physically exhausting. It's a difficult thing to prepare for in 2 days. Okay, we've got Achilles trying hard to make a little bit of momentum happen for himself here, but good defense by Bolito. He's got that left wrist again. He's looking for something on the left side here, and I would probably say that's going to be a Kimura attempt, but he needs to get on it. He's got 2.5 minutes left in the match. He's controlling the posture of Achilles unnecessarily. And he's got that big right foot right up on the thigh and hip, keeping just enough distance to breathe. Achilles really needs to pass that right leg. He's having a difficult time with it. You can hear the breathing of these competitors. They are absolutely exhausted. This has turned into a fantastic little grappling match. Not a lot of technical jiu-jitsu, but a lot of wrestling and a lot of top pressure from each competitor, and they are absolutely spent. Okay, finally he passes that right leg. He steps over. Bolito does not like it. And Bolito's going for that left wrist again, and he abandons it. And here we are back in that same starting position. Bolito controlling the posture. Ortega trying to pass that right leg again, and it goes right back to the hip. Bolito wants that left arm. It doesn't seem that Achilles realizes. And that right foot goes right back to the hip, keeping that distance. We've got about 80 seconds left in the match. Bolito is exhausted. He's on his butt in the back seat, and he's hunting for the left arm of Achilles. Achilles is looking for the points for Mount, but at this point, Achilles can stall and win the match, and I'm sure that he knows that. And again, he's trying to pass that right leg over and over. It's got to be frustrating. These guys are having a little conversation. I was trying to listen in, but it's hard to tell.
Red shirt won it. Mid.